Hey, how's it going? And in this video, I've got a 10-minute tactic for you, 10 minutes or less, that's going to give you a really simple tactical thing that you can just go and implement right now. So let's just get right into it. So I recently had someone that was getting sales anywhere from $100 to $150 per purchase. And this was on a low ticket offer. So something that we'd sell for 37, 47 bucks, a couple upsells and downsells on the back end. And it was profitable. It was doing pretty well. But we realized that there was a bottleneck, and that one bottleneck was in the cost per acquisition. We were just paying too much per lead, and we noticed it was just a bottleneck. And if we could relieve that one bottleneck, it would just open up a lot more room for us to play with and to scale where we wanted to scale faster. So the 10-minute hack or tactic that I've got for you today is just implementing something called a bully campaign. Bully campaign is as simple as it sounds. You're just bullying out the competition and making sure that they can't come in and take your people that you want to sell stuff to, and you can just bully them out, right? And let me show you exactly how we set that up inside of the ads manager here. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new campaign. This really works well with sales campaigns specifically. You can do this with booked calls or lead stuff, but the sales stuff is where you're really going to see a huge ROI immediately. Manually make this thing. And what we're going to do is call it whatever you want to call it. I'll just call it bully. And what you're going to do is hit next. And you're going to say, okay, I want to choose my pixel here. I want to get sales and get purchases, all that good stuff. And then what you want to do from here is you want to set a cost per result goal. So in this case, you actually want to bid higher than what you actually want. So in our case, we were spending anywhere from $100 to maybe $150 per purchase on a really bad day. So that's already pretty expensive. Like I said, everything was profitable because of those upsells, but we wanted to get the cost per purchase down to like 70, right? Anywhere from 70 to 80. So what I would do is you just pull out your calculator, say you want to get sales at $80. I'd basically multiply that by 3 at a bare minimum. And that's going to get us to $240. So put in whatever that goal is, and you want this to be higher because you're basically telling Facebook, hey, I'm willing to bid this much into this thing, and no one else is going to be willing to do this. I mean, who would do that? Like, let's go even crazier. Let's say I'd spend $310 per purchase. That's crazy. However, you want to put that in place, and the biggest thing you want to check is make sure that you have a bid cap in place, that you're willing to get purchases without bidding more than $310. So it's not a cost per result goal, it's a bid cap goal. Another couple of things you want to make sure you change is your attribution setting. So you want to make sure you change that to a 1-day click or view. Very important on that. And then the next part is the budget. So Facebook optimizes for around 50 conversions a week. So you want to kind of do your calculations within that parameter. So say you wanted to get 50 conversions a week on $310 a sale. So $310 a sale times 50 conversions a week, it's like 15 grand divided into 7 days of the week. That gives us a $2,000 daily budget. So you could just do that and optimize immediately for 50 conversions. This could be scary. So if you want to ramp things down just by a little bit, you totally can. But I'd recommend doing no less than $1,000 of a daily budget here. And the point is, right, is that you're basically telling Facebook, hey, I'm willing to spend $1,000 on this thing, and I'm willing to get the purchases as well for $300. They're basically going to go to a whole separate, prioritize all the traffic to you because no one else is bidding that, and no one else is bidding that and spending this much money. And so they're going to prioritize the traffic to you. You're basically going to get a ton of sales, and your cost per acquisition is going to end up being exactly what you want it to be, around that $80, $90 range. And that's essentially how you set up this bully campaign. Now, what I would recommend doing is running a couple of different tests. So what may happen is your bully campaign may actually look something like this. So in this case, we had 4 different ad sets within one campaign, and each one had their own bidding, right? So we had one, we were saying we were willing to spend 122, one at 95, one at 70, one at 75. That's one example. And here's another example, one where we were willing to spend 130, 70, or 80. You can actually see, like, Facebook's results aren't pristine, but you can see here that we actually managed getting a ton of purchases here for less than $130 per purchase, right? And the one where we were bidding less, we hardly didn't get any. And the one with 80, we got somewhat okay results. And so that is how you set up a bully campaign inside of Facebook. Once again, this is a really easy way that if you just want to juice up your sales, juice up the amount of volume that you're getting, and try to really lower your cost per acquisition, this is the best way to do it. It's usually a lot harder to lower your cost per acquisition than it is to increase the conversion rate on your landing page. Getting lower cost per acquisition is tough. You really got to do a lot of things, and this out-of-the-box testing strategy and bidding strategy is a really easy way to make that happen. Or you can just go to your landing page and make a ton of changes and test them and wait a week. Just do this instead. You'll get way better results a lot faster as well. So try out this bully method. Let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, just comment below.